Hi, welcome. It's Veit here, co-founder of the Pure Vision Method, and I have a belated Christmas present for you, but it's a present for the new year. It's the 4 steps to have an awesome year next year. So, to clear the decks right from the start, there's nothing for sale here whatsoever. It's my gift to you, this presentation, this workshop, to walk through with you, to set up that you have the most awesome year next year. Couple of things you need. It's a pen and basically a notebook to just write, or loose paper works as well, but a notebook would be better. So you need that, you need to write stuff down, and you need to do that right now. There cannot possibly be anything more important to you than this. So shut down your phone, shut down your email, shut down your internet, your browser, except this video and this workshop. Nothing else is important for you right now. Grab a piece of paper, grab a pen, come back, and let's go. Now, my goal for you right here, right now, is to help you to make 2015 the best and the most effective year of your life, no matter what the economy is doing. Because the economy can go up and down, but if you have a plan in place, you can still make it an awesome year. And you can still make it a very, very effective year. And it basically comes down to not just writing down a bunch of arbitrary things, but the key here is to get a well-defined executable plan that you design for your next year. Alright, so we'll go through the 4 simple steps to do that, and it's very simple. So the process outlined for this is, number 1 is we reboot your brain, number 2 is we brainstorm your goals, number 3 is we prioritize and date your goals, and then we make them real, achievable for this year in the time frame you give it. Because there's nothing worse than setting goals and then not being able to achieve them. Alright, so grab a piece of paper and a pen. We start with rebooting your brain. Number 1 thing that I want you to do is write down everything that you can think of that you need to do. If it's taking out the trash, that's fine. Washing your clothes, fine. Maintain your car, do your finances, do something at your job, do something, whatever you need to do. All this stuff that you have in your head, write it down. Go! Keep going, just write everything that comes to mind. Come on, just write. Alright, so let's go to the second part of the exercise, which is write down everything that you can think of that you want in your life, but that you currently don't have yet. Again, don't stop writing, just write everything that comes to mind. Go! if you need more time later on, you have more time later on and you can do it more because it's part of the goal setting part. But now let's go to the third step of rebooting your brain, and that is write down everything that you can think of that you are afraid of, that you are worried about, or that you're worried about. Everything that you're afraid of or worried about, just write it down. Go! Let it out, put it on a piece of paper, come on, bring it up, just let it out. Everything that you're afraid of and worried about. Alright, so the next step of it, step number 4, is write down to next of the things that you're worried about or afraid of about, the absolute worst case scenario that could happen for each of them. Okay? Write them down. The absolute worst case scenario that can happen for each of them. Alright, so this was booting your brain. This is now we have your brain emptied out. Now we can actually get started. Alright, so step number 2 is brainstorm your goals. And the key here is that you need a balance in your life. So we want to balance them out over different areas of your life. And I have predefined here for you a set of areas of your life that basically help you to well balance a family life. We are a family, and this is actually an old picture because Evgenia is very pregnant, so we'll have a third one. But in order to have a well balanced family life, you need to look at different areas of what you want to put your focus on. And I predefined here 8 categories. Now, are they perfect? No, nothing is perfect, but they're good enough for you to go with them and run with them. So take my lead here, take those. The 8 very well defined areas of your life. It's family, finance, health, business and career, fun and leisure, personal development, contribution, and the things that you want to have. Okay, so let's go through each and every one of them. I will give you about 2 minutes for each section. Put music with that. Do not stop your brain. Do not stop your pen. Do not censor yourself. Just keep writing and keep writing about each area. So number one is what we're going to start with is family. So everything that you can think of that you want to do, have, or be next year with your family, go and write that down now. Go. Alright, so if you need more time later on, that's fine. You can add to that list, but that should be your list that you kind of deal with right now. Let's move on to section number 2, finance. Everything that you want to have, be, or do with finance in the next year. Go! Next section that we have is health. Everything that you do want, what you want to have, be, or do with your health in the next year. Write it down. Do not stop your pen. Just let it go. You know exactly what you want. So just go. Write. Alright, and area number 4 that we're dealing with is your business or career. So I don't know if you run your own business or if you just have a career or even being a mom as a career. So please, everything that you can think of what you need, what you want to have, be or do in the next year in terms of business and career, write that down. Do not stop your pen, just continuously write, go. Alright, and the next section is fun and leisure. All the stuff that you wish you would do more of. All of the things that you would love to have more time for. So all the things that in the area of fun, leisure and whatever you want to call it, you can put holidays into that. I put holidays into that area. So everything you want to do, be or have in that area of your life, in fun and leisure, all the stuff you would love to have more of. Everything you can think of for the next year, write and write and write. Continue to write. Go! Category number 6 is Personal development, everything where you want to develop yourself personally, on a personal level, spiritually, physically, mentally, what you want to learn, what you want to study, all the things in the area of personal development that you want to have, be, or do in the next year. Write it down now. Go. Alright, so next up is contribution. Where do you want to make a contribution in your life? With your time, with your money, with your efforts? Where would you like to contribute to this place, to this planet, to this world, to make it a better place? In all of those areas, what would you like to have, be, or do in the next year? Write down everything you can think of. Keep writing, don't stop your pen, just keep going. Go! And the last part, which is actually the easiest probably for everyone, is the things you want to have. All the new things you want to have in the next year. Just, come on, you know what you want. So just write it down, go. So if you have anything you want to write later on, that's fine, but these should be the first most important thing, because now we're going to prioritizing and dating them. So pick out of the list for each category the 4 most important goals out of each category for you. That should be very easy pick, and that's why you don't actually need to write more, because we can't do everything of this in 1 year. It has been said that most people overestimate what they can do in 1 year, but underestimate what they can do in a decade. So we don't overestimate what we can do this year. So pick 4 of the most important goals of each of these categories and just circle them. Just underline them. Whatever is your technique, circle, underline, whatever you want to do. Just go for it. Everyone, I give you 3 minutes to do that. Okay? For every category, go through each and every category and pick the 4 most important goals for each category. Go! Alright, and now what we do now is we prioritize those top 4 goals from 1 to 4. So 1 is the most important, 4 is the least important. So go through them and just emphasize which one of those 4 for each category you picked that is number 1, 2, 3 or 4. Go! Now, after we prioritize them, it's very easy to date them, because the number one top priority goal will be March 31st, 2015. You will achieve that by March 31st, 2015. Number 2, by July 1st, 2015. Number 3, by October 1st, 2015. Number 4, by December 31st, 2015. Now, if one of your goals is very time intensive, and even though it has a higher priority, so give it a later date, but put steps in place that you actually start at January 1st to implement them. Because what we want to do is we want to implement your most important goals and achieve those for this year. All right? I'll give you a couple of seconds to do that. Go. Now that you have dated them, there's one more step to make them real, and this is going to take a bit more time. So you can do that over the next couple of days and take time for that. But for the first goal, I want you to do it by the time you go to sleep tonight. For your number one priority goal, the one that you want to achieve by March 31st, 2015. All of those steps have to be completed by the time you go to bed tonight. Because this is very important, otherwise it's just a dream that you have right now. This is going to make it a plan. So number one, you obviously name the goal. So you write down the goal again. Okay, let's be simplistic here, use a materialistic goal. Okay, I want to have a Ferrari by the 31st of March 2015. Now, the second thing that you want to write down is what's important about it. What's the values that are driving you to get that? Okay. Number 3 is, how will I actually get it? So what methods, what steps do I need to put in place in order to get that? So I need to go to a car dealership. Okay, let's run through the example, arbitrary example here. What's important about a Ferrari? I don't know, that my neighbor is going to be incredibly jealous that I have a Ferrari. Number 3 is, how will I get it? Okay, so what's the methods? First of all, I would need to earn the money to do that. And number 2 is, I have to go to the car dealer in order to set it all up and order it and this and that. I don't think you can actually just walk in there and buy one, but I don't know. Then number 4 is, what's preventing me from having it? What's my obstacles that I have right now that is preventing me from having this goal in my life? Why don't I have it yet? Okay, what's the obstacles in between that? For the Ferraris, I'm missing the cash flow, to be honest. And number 5, how will I know that I'm successful? So what's your measurement that you know that you achieved your goal successfully? What measurements will you put in place? Let's move away from the car, because that's obviously easy. If the car is parked in front of my door, then I have it. If I have the keys and I drive with the car yard, it's obviously easy. But how do you measure I had more quality time with my family this year? Now, number 1 is, you have to set a measurement, a yardstick of how can you measure more quality time with your family. And number 2 is, how do you measure that? Do you put a diary in place where you keep notes of when did I have actually that quality time with your family? And be honest with yourself. Did I use my cell phone while I was with them? Did I check my email while I was with my kids on the playground? Those kind of things. This is where we can easily cheat ourselves out of this. So what will be your measurements that you can put in place so you know that you successfully hit that goal? Now, I want you to do all of those questions for the number 1 priority goal, the one by the 31st of March, for all categories by the time you sleep tonight. There's no excuse for that. Cut the TV, eat less, eat faster, whatever you have to do that today. Then, number 2 goal, by New Year's morning, you have that set. Now, there's so many shitty TV programs out there. If you watch them for New Year's Eve, stop. Do this. This is your next year. This is your future. If you do that, those questions for each and every one of your goals, 4 goals. It's only 4 goals for each category. So if you run through those questions with each and every one of them, let's say it takes you 10 minutes to run through those questions for each goal. Let's make it easy. 15 minutes for each goal to run through those questions. Okay, 15 minutes. That is per category 1 hour. So you need to find 8 hours to do that, and that's it. So in order to get all your goals set up and running through that, thinking about them, all you need for the first number 1 important goal is 2 hours. There's no excuse. You can find 2 hours. So go through them now. Make 2015 an awesome year. Now, if one of your goals for the next year is to get rid of your glasses and to improve your vision, get rid of your glasses, and take charge of that area of your health and your life, then just click the link below. We have there for you, if you like to take it, a special offer for New Year's. Go into the new year with new eyes, and we'll help you with a lot of your health stuff as well. So if you have an interest in it, click down below. Otherwise, have a great 2015. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Hope this helps. Bye bye.